there was a showdown between two historic colleges in college basketball, UCLA versus North Carolina. Number 8 North Carolina beat UCLA 73 to 66, number 4 UCLA. Honestly, a great game. Pretty close for most of the night. North Carolina and UCLA were matching each other shot for shot the whole night until the fourth quarter when North Carolina really jumped ahead. And pretty much in the last few minutes, they were really ahead by only a couple points. The final score was pretty close, and honestly, a great game from UCLA. I feel like at the end they kind of suffered offensively. But North Carolina in the second half just really turned it on and really showed why. They have a very good chance of being a national championship at number 8 seeds and showed a lot of promise. Their next opponent is St. Peter's, which is definitely going to be a tough opponent. A lot of people think it's going to be a blowout, and North Carolina is going to crush them. I think it's going to be pretty close, and more close than people are going to think. Love in the first half had 3 points, and then in the second half he had 27, combining for 30 the whole game. And honestly, it's very impressive that in the second half he really turned it on, because it seemed like sometimes players, when they struggle early on, they really can't find a way to turn around. But in the second half at halftime, he somehow found something inside of him where he could really turn up a lot of points, and definitely probably one of the best scorers, and really helped them win. This game was really close, and definitely a good clutch game from Caleb Love. Final score of the Purdue versus St. Peter's game was 67 St. Peter's. It's 64 Purdue, 15 versus number 3 seed. This was the first time that a 15 seed ever went to the Elite Eight. Definitely very impressive from St. Peter's. The three-point shooting struggled early on, and then later in the game they really turned it on from everywhere and really was just making a lot of shots. And it was a very close game, a lot of lead changes the whole game. Very entertaining to watch. And it was only in like maybe 5 points the whole game, close by that. I don't think anyone ever went up by 10 points or more. Honestly, just overall great game. Jaden Ivey really had a very clutch shot at the end of the game. Overall, Purdue had played a very okay game, but St. Peter's was just the better team at the end of the day. And honestly, they made their free throws that really clutched up the game, and they honestly had a good performance. I'm honestly think that St. Peter's might beat North Carolina. It's going to be a very close game, but I think that North Carolina might win. For Arkansas versus number 2 Duke, I think Duke's going to win this one 78-74. And honestly, I think Duke's just having a way better game. Belvin Chosen dropped 23 points. And honestly, the big men for Duke are just going to be a lot better. And the size is really going to have a big difference in this game. 5 seed Houston versus number 2 Villanova. I think the final score is going to be 76 Villanova to 72 Houston. Honestly, it's going to be a great game overall. Villanova's 3-point shooters is just going to be a lot better, and it's going to be too much for Houston to handle at the end. And that's what's really going to win them the game. And honestly, I think Villanova is going to go to the Final Four.